Hi, welcome to my channel, Expansiveness of Light, and I wanted to do a video about what's happening on planet Earth. There is, and there has been, a massive purification process of raising the frequency of this Earth, of raising the frequencies of humans. And that process has been happening for quite some time. In 1987, there was a harmonic convergence, which was where a lot of people actually spiritually awakened. I didn't personally. I didn't until 1995. Actually, no, until 2000. So it took me a while, and a lot of the old paradigm is being basically dissolved. And the new paradigm of Earth is about bringing heaven, the frequency, the consciousness to Earth, where we do not have to die anymore to experience nirvana, heaven. And in order for us to do that as a humanity, as a race, we have to surrender a lot of the ego mind, a lot of the ego program, because I believe that is what kind of created the fall of man. Is the ego program. The human started to believe that it was more powerful than God, more powerful than the absolute creator. And that can be any name: Allah, Krishna, Brahman, Jesus. It is all really one power, one source. And so we're all being asked to awaken within. And with this virus, it is kind of forcing people to go home and to hopefully go within. And in home is OM, Om, which in many Buddha and the Buddhists and Hindu, Om is the sacred sound of creation. So it's time. It's time for humans to stop being so distracted by the outer world and start to wake up within themselves and say, who am I really? Show me the truth of who I really am. Because that creator consciousness is what gives us the breath of life. That creator consciousness is what beats our heart and lives within us and through us, wearing this costume, the mask of the personality, of the identity. And so the virus itself, like anything, usually like with a lot of life-threatening illnesses and tragedies, it can be a gift to start to awaken within. That is how I awoken, was something I went into darkness, and that awakened me. And made me start to want something deeper and more profound, and so I started searching, and I started to just cleansing and clearing, healing work. I received lots of healing work at first from others, and then I opened the crown because it started to get clear, and then the light just started pouring into me. And so the virus itself needs to be loved. It is an outpicturing of the collective consciousness of humanity, of all of the fears, the worries, all of those thought forms that people have, worrying about their children, worrying about themselves, their spouses, their family members, countries, what's happening on planet. All of that energy is fear, and basically that fear can create an entity like a virus. And so if we all come together and we send that love and acceptance, thanking it for what it's showing us. And many people that have healed cancer the way to heal the cancer was to send love to that cancer. And in many, many cases, that cancer disappeared. And so, things can be energetically cleared. And just trying to see what else to say. Most of humanity believes that they're separate from each other. And they'll look the other way when someone else is struggling and having a hard time. Or they'll look away because they're not related to them, they're not a family member, they're not someone that they know. I just saw a whole bunch of homeless people yesterday, and they're in pain. They're in so much pain, and for whatever reasons, they as a child didn't get loved and nurtured. And a lot of our world leaders didn't get loved and nurtured. A lot of those people that are in that masculine rigidity of separateness, and they lack that compassion, they lack that heart. It's because they growing up without receiving that as a little boy or as a little girl. And so that is what needs to be healed on this planet, is to have humanity, every single human, to know that they are not alone, that they are loved, they're supported, and that they are one with them, with each other, with God. And so, our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions create our reality. The emotions, we send out frequencies, and we attract those similar frequencies, and then we have the outer movie. So we live in a universe of the law of attraction. And we can get beyond even the law of attraction when we self-realize that we are actually the creator having this experience. And I am first one to admit I still do not fully trust that. I'm getting on a train to go to a new home, not knowing how the money is going to come, and many other things. However, that has been my journey for 20 years. And I am still here. I am safe. I am pretty healthy and pretty clear. I wanted to also say that there is Sandra Walter, who has been doing a global meditation for a number of years now. And you can just Google Yahoo, her name, global meditation on Sundays, like 3 different times. And that is actually a great way of participating in something that is of love, of light, of purification, versus focusing on all of the hysteria of the virus. Because if we, as humans, focus on the negative, we will bring that into our own life, and we will also feed that fear monster. So there are ways to raise your frequency and your vibration, and one is to meditate. And I know for a lot of people, a lot of humans, it's hard to quiet the left brain, the ego mind. And one of the ways is you just focus on your breath, and if the thoughts are happening, you just allow the thoughts to go by like clouds in the sky. The key is to not allow yourself to get hooked on a certain thought and allow that to take you down into the rabbit hole, into more of that distraction. It's kind of like when I took a dog for a walk one time, and it got a scent and it was pulling on the leash, and then I stopped and I'm like, please, please calm down. It's all okay. And the eyes were glazed over and there was no hearing me in many ways. So that is like the ego mind. And the key is to become aware of those thought forms and without judgment. So that is one of the ways. And you can also do guided meditations. YouTube has many videos on listening to high vibrational music, and one of them is 528 hertz, the frequency of love. So you can listen to that. You can, taking a bath in Epsom salt helps to clear the auric field of your fears, your worries, and also if you've been out in public, it can clear you. Especially for us sensitive, empathic people who can easily take in other people's thought forms and feelings and emotions. And I have found, if I hear someone talking about hand sanitizer and things like that, I start to go, well, maybe I should be doing that, and maybe I should, versus staying focused on the truth that God is here and there is no birth and there is no death, because God isn't born and God doesn't die. And my beloved mother, when she came back that second time three times that she died, but she came that second time, she saw through the veil and she said, there's no such thing as birth and there's no such thing as death. And for my mom, who was brought up Catholic, I knew she was speaking the truth. So the other thing, which is, as if you've watched my videos on tree spirits, is there are certain trees that have a powerful, I would say, portal of pure love, pure light of creator consciousness, that if you sit with one, you may not necessarily at first feel the frequencies that I do and the vibrations that I do all in my body. However, you may feel more calm and more peaceful and more loved. So there's that. And Mother Earth. Mother Earth is very healing and grounding. Sorry. If you sit, just call forth, or stand, call forth. I am grounding into, I say, crystalline core of Mother Earth now. And you can lie down on Mother Earth, and they also sell grounding blankets or grounding sheets that actually has the frequency of Mother Earth, and you plug it in and you put it on your bed, and it helps you to ground your energy. So that if you are overactive in fear and worry about yourself, about your family, your friends, about the world, then it can help to calm you. So let's see, yoga, exercise, and just doing random acts of kindness, connecting with one another. And I've bumped into people lately, and they're like, "Hi, how are you?" It's to go beyond the belief that we're separate. And this is a perfect time. Many people have to stay at home and go within. So do your very best to maybe not watch a lot of TV and get, always on your phone, and connect with your family, connect with your friends, and connect within yourself. Because in the name home is Om, and that is the sacred sound of the Creator. I hope this helped you or helped your family or your friends. Please share, like, subscribe. Please actually comment if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Peace and blessings. Much love.